I'm going to be breaking down the best defense of the game, nickel 3-3, while we're trying to win a Super Bowl, but when our first opponent kept running the ball, I knew immediately I had to make a little adjustment. So I grabbed my user and purposely started positioning him on the halfback side of the ball, looking to either loop around the center to blow up any runs going to the right side, or I'd be able to spin back and take away any kind of cutback lanes. And this does a super good job of confusing the offensive line to help your defenders shed a little bit better or just straight up come free. And it's actually worked a couple of times for us, but on 3rd and 9, I wasn't really expecting him to run the ball. So when he did, he made it a pretty close first down. And on 4th and 2, I knew I needed to go to a different strategy. So I decided to hop on one of my safeties, bring him into the box, and look to blow up the run like this. Now, we didn't blow up the run with the safety, but it helped change the blocking angles and get him running directly into one of my defenders, stop him just barely short of the first down, giving us an actual stop to start the game, which is a huge deal. Now, he's in a super aggressive front right here where he has a ton of people on the line of scrimmage. My biggest thing on the first play is to make sure I can pick up the pressure, which I can. We dump it down underneath Taysom Hill. We get lucky breaking the tackle that making another dude miss, and we get a first down on the play too. Now that I know I can block, we're ready to go for the money shot, and Y beats his man. That's Marvin Harrison, and not Junior, but his father. We're actually into the end zone. Now, we're still trying to run the same run defense, but he hits me with a read option here. I didn't know he had a read option. It's just something that you kind of have to just either know the formation or just get hit by it. And we got hit by it pretty bad. So what I'm going to do is go into my coaching adjustments and change my option defense to conservative. And I'm still going to hop on the safety and use him to help against the run. This isn't the thing that I mainly want to do when I'm in this defense, but I recognize I have to for the run D, and we're able to help enforce some sheds doing this. And even on a big 3rd and 4, we're able to shoot the gap to Harold Carmichael to push him to a 4th and 1. He decides to actually, for some reason, I thought he was going to run. He throws the ball, and he over freeforms it, missing the throw. Thank God, or else I would have been screwed. 1st and 10, we're able to hit this post route with the high ball, pass lead down, and Big Dog Plaxico Burrs is looking to make people miss. Tried to stop and go him one time for the 2-time, but couldn't get it. 2nd and 10, drop it back. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. Jackass, it's wide open. Dot. Was it a lucky dot? I don't know. Now, I think he has to pass in this situation, but he's still going to try running the ball, which, in my opinion, at this point, I'm like, it's before half, and I know he's not going to break a touchdown out of a run, so if he gets 3, I don't care, right? Like, it's still a 2-possession game. I get ball at half, so okay, you cut it to an 11-point game. Like, he's really playing the long game, and I have no reason to think he can convert it, especially when we're delivering balls like this deep down the field. And we have Eric Dickerson coming into the end zone. So, I mean, it's an easy W, and I just effed your pops, bud. We're going on to the next round of the playoffs. Our conference championship was played against a guy who ran a lot of zone coverage, and truthfully, I had a lot of issues against this super early on in the game where I wasn't really getting routes open, and his user was doing a pretty good job, and I was eating sacks right in my face. On 3rd and 8, we went for a high ball over the middle of the field, but his safety came down and his user was able to pop it out. 4th and 8, I knew he's in a zone defense. I have identified that. So there's 2 ways to attack zone: horizontal or vertical. We go with the play verticals or gun bunch, which does both of these things, and we're able to hit our tight end. This is a risky call, but it worked out. On 3rd and 7, though, I mean, again, it's another 3rd and medium situation. Nothing's open, and I have to test my luck going up the middle with Thomas Edward Brady Jr. We got it. 3rd and goal. We dump it down to Eric Dickerson. This is such a surefire goal line play, but again, having such a rough first drive is scary. We can't afford to go soft, so my D needs to get hard here, and I go to my favorite coverage of going Mabel on both sides, which is basically one 30-yard flat and one 5-yard flat, making a double Mabel coverage. Having 2 deep zones, this takes away the entire sidelines and forces everything inside near my user, but the twist I add onto this defense is moving 1 or 2 of these outside linebackers down and out to the line of scrimmage, making it look like he's doing the meta loop blitz, but usually I'll drop him back into coverage, which is something that most people are not expecting. And you can see that here as he tries to do a quick throw to the wheel route, thinking he's going to be blitzed, and we get an easy pick 6 right here. You can see we get a super good shed off this edge, and this is just textbook what I'm looking to do. Up 14-0 now, basically another stop. We win this game. He throws right at my user, and we just can't animate on it, which is very frustrating. And then he actually kind of hits me with the smart play call here with the halfback slip screen, and he's getting close into scoring range now, so I decide to go to our blitz setup. We're going to have our outside linebacker looping in right here. He's in a containment. He's going to loop in, and we're going to see what happens. Because the pressure is getting in on him, he's going to make a quick throw right to big dog Night Train Lane, and it's gonna be an easy pick 6 for us. This is literally like it's just disguising defenses, and you finally get them off guard to make a mistake. Down 21, he just has to really get aggressive and takes a bad fumble right here. We're able to recover it, and that's GG's. We're moving on to the Super Bowl. Now, there is one thing I've noticed in the past couple of games. It's that people are kind of throwing directly into my skull as a user, and I just can't seem to get the ball with Ted Hendricks, like literally ever, and that's the biggest thing. Like, if someone throws at you, you need to be able to get it. So we're gonna try out big dog Bo Jackson with 1 AP Acrobat as we head into our Super Bowl, and hopefully we can actually use him and get some lurks. Our opponent broke the huddle. He's in gun tight, so what I'm expecting, like any normal person, I'm expecting bench with double out routes, double corner routes, maybe PA slot corner, which is a pretty meta play that I'm really not a big fan of, or a post slant combination over the middle, which really relies heavily on my user being able to defend it. But no, he runs read option, which, okay, he got like 8 yards out of it, and I was a little taken aback. But when this guy went hurry up on the next play and then audible to spread, I was a little confused of what he could be possibly running, but then I realized it. As he put his ball sack in Richard Sherman's face, I was playing somebody with no regard for human life. He threw a nice laser to Randy Moss over the middle of the field, and hey, that's just a good ball right there. Then he goes into deuce close for some reason. I thought he was going to like do something weird, but he ran a pretty bad run play. I don't know why you would ever call stretch out of that. It's just not that good this year. Bo Jackson gets a chance, and it hits me in the back of the head. I mean, there's just no... Am I crazy for thinking this has to get picked off, dude? This is a play on 3rd and 11 where I realized Richard Sherman is now officially tested positive for an STD for Randy Moss, so that's awesome. Humpty Dumpty fell into the end zone for a touchdown. Too easy, jackass. Yeah, really nice. On 1st and 10, I immediately have a bomb wide open, and I double pump it. Oh, my gosh. The only thing worse than double fisting is double pumping, and now we're on a 2nd and 21. I eat a giant sack, and we're on a 3rd and 31 right here. If I lose the Super Bowl, I'm going to lose my mind. He sends blitz up the middle. We actually get it off to Taysom Hill. Taysom gets a good amount of rack right there, which is a huge deal. And on 4th and 16, I decide to go for it. We hit our crosser to Big Dog Plax, and we get the first down. And we're able to kind of just, get back on track right here, boys. The Y route and PA post shots wide open. We're able to avoid the KO, which was a very scary situation. And we're going right back to it. Y's open again, beating the man coverage. We're able to make him miss, break his ankles, stop, go. Oh, yeah, baby girl. We're into the end zone. Hey, bud, I just effed your pops, my boy. Now, with the ball back in his hands, I did make an adjustment. Richard Sherman is now at my high safety on the left, and I have Julius Peppers at my corner on the left. There's no way he gets agged. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no way he gets agged, especially not back-to-back, right? No way, dude. No way. He's 6'12". No way he gets agged. Yeah, well, whatever, I guess. He runs the ball. We actually are able to tackle him. 2nd and 9, he has nothing open, and he decides to throw it into multiple Lion defenders because, I mean, why not just throw it directly in my fucking face? I can't catch it anyways. He almost eats a sack right there, and we end up holding a 3, thankfully. He is sending the hounds at me, though, consistently sending a blitz right up the middle, but my Y route and PA post shot keeps on getting open. I'm really not going to... There's no reason to stop running a play if it's consistently getting open. I'm able to highball up top this time for another touchdown, and we're able to answer him pretty easily, and we're up 4 now. It's right before half. He's just launching this. I mean, this is insane. He plays this game like he just doesn't care. He just got home from work, just got done plumbing. Well, fucking why not just launch the ball into the air? It doesn't matter to him. Whereas I'm over here, I actually have armpit sweat dripping into my balls at this point. Whatever. I actually get a pick right here at Harold Carmichael because for some reason he has a defensive card, and we're up 4 right before half. We're able to hit Plaxico Burress on this crosser. We pitch it back, trying to do something crazy. Nothing crazy happens, and we get the ball coming out of half. We throw Taysom Hill on the break right here, but watch the very next play. 1st and 10, same coverage, same everything. We throw it on the break, and this time it's bagged because we love inconsistencies in the game. Next play, I decide to go to the left side, similar idea, overthrow it. So now we're on 3rd and 10. I'm going to go right back to it. This time it gets bagged, and you can see how bad we're getting F. Tom Brady's really face down, ass up on the field right now. 4th and 10, we got to convert just to be able to stay in the driver's seat. Thankfully, we're able to. We stay away from the knockout. Notice how I run around to avoid that. We get 2nd to go. We hand it to the Dick. Dick cuts inside. Dick getting close to the end zone. Dick falls just a little short. Wouldn't it be the first time? And on 3rd and goal, he run commits. We're able to hit Taysom Hill. I don't love passing on the goal line, but it works out for us right there. And you're going to see the strategy I use to defeat this ag, where we're going to bracket it with a man up from the interior interior linebacker along with the deep quarter, this is going to do a great job at actually defending against the Ags and not just catching STDs from every wide receiver with their balls in our mouths. Whenever someone's doing some spammy meta cheese stuff to you like he's doing to me with the Ags, if you can stop it, it forces him to really do things they don't like, and it shows because he throws me at one of the worst picks ever to Calvin Johnson. We try to go crazy with the pitch back to Steve Atwater, but we're not able to, although it doesn't really matter. He's still stuck in the same really bad defense. This time we're going to get B wide open for a tutty to go up 3 scores, and that's going to be enough to get him to pause the game and rage quit, and we're now Super Bowl champions. If you like that video, try out this one right here where I'm breaking down the exact offense I'm running bar for bar.